Heart attacks are no joke. With over 90 million Americans suffering from some form of heart disease, it's a problem that affects far too many people. While it might sound like something you only have to worry about when you're older or after eating an entire pizza by yourself, heart disease doesn't discriminate. The good news? You can often spot warning signs ahead of time, potentially saving your life if you know what to look for. In this video, we'll discuss 8 signs that might show up a month before a heart attack and what you can do about them. Ready to take control of your health? Let's dive in. Number 8. Cold sweats and dizziness. Cold sweats and dizziness are some of the first signs that your body's circulation may be compromised. When your blood isn't circulating properly, your brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs to function efficiently. Cold sweats are your body's way of trying to cool down, while dizziness indicates that your brain isn't receiving adequate blood flow. This could be due to blocked or narrowed arteries, which are often a precursor to heart problems. If these symptoms persist and don't subside after a short period of rest, it may be time to seek medical attention. Think of it as your body's way of sending a text message saying, "Something's wrong, please check in." Ignoring symptoms like this could lead to more serious consequences. If you've experienced cold sweats or dizziness and they don't seem to go away, it's always safer to get a professional opinion rather than let it slide. Number 7. Chest pain or pressure. One of the most classic and well-known signs of a potential heart attack is chest pain or pressure, also known as angina. This happens when your heart isn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood to perform its job. Chest pain from heart issues often feels like a tightness or pressure, not just simple discomfort from overeating. People often dismiss this symptom as indigestion or heartburn, especially after a heavy meal. However, if you experience persistent chest pain or pressure that doesn't go away with antacids or time, it's essential to take it seriously. Angina can be a precursor to a heart attack, especially when accompanied by other symptoms like shortness of breath or dizziness. If you feel these chest symptoms repeatedly, don't just brush it off as indigestion. A visit to the doctor might just save your life. Number 6. Feeling weak or nauseous. We all get tired and weak sometimes, but if you feel an unexplained, overwhelming sense of weakness or dizziness, it might be a warning sign that your arteries are narrowing. As plaque builds up in your arteries, it restricts blood flow, causing your heart to work harder. This can leave you feeling weak, nauseous, or fatigued. Additionally, if nausea or jaw pain accompanies the weakness, it's a bigger cause for concern. These symptoms suggest that your body is struggling to maintain adequate circulation, which can ultimately lead to a heart attack. Don't ignore unusual feelings of weakness. If it feels like your body is asking for help, it's time to listen. Number 5. Flu-like symptoms. The flu is highly contagious and unpleasant. But did you know that some of the symptoms that make you feel miserable when you catch the flu can also appear before a heart attack? According to the Daily Health Post, flu-like symptoms such as fever, fatigue, and chest pain can appear weeks before a heart attack. So, how do you tell the difference between a cold and a more serious heart issue? If these symptoms stick around for more than a couple of days and you're not recovering like you usually would from a cold, it's time to call your doctor. Also, if you're an older individual and these symptoms don't subside with rest, you should definitely get checked out. While feeling a little under the weather doesn't automatically mean you're at risk of a heart attack, persistent flu-like symptoms can be an early warning sign that something isn't right. Number 4. Chronic fatigue. We've all had those days where we're dragging ourselves through the motions, whether from a poor night's sleep, stress, or just being overworked. However, if you're feeling perpetually sluggish or more exhausted than usual, and this fatigue doesn't go away with rest, it might be more than just a busy schedule or stress. Chronic fatigue is often a sign that your heart isn't getting the blood flow it needs. When your heart isn't properly nourished, neither are your organs. This includes your brain, muscles, and pretty much every other system that keeps you functioning. As plaque builds up in the arteries that supply blood to your heart, it can restrict proper circulation. As a result, Your heart has to work overtime to pump blood, and this added stress can lead to feeling perpetually tired and worn out. If your fatigue feels unusually intense, like a level of exhaustion you've never experienced before, and you can't seem to shake it, even after resting, take it seriously. Don't just blame it on overwork or a busy lifestyle. Persistent fatigue, especially if accompanied by other signs such as shortness of breath or chest pain, could point to an underlying heart issue. So don't shrug it off. Get it checked out by a doctor. Number 3. Shortness of breath. One of the most noticeable signs that your heart might be struggling to do its job is shortness of breath. If you found yourself gasping for air after walking up a flight of stairs or doing light activity, it could be more than just being out of shape. When blood flow to your lungs is restricted, it can make it harder to breathe properly. This can happen when plaque builds up in the arteries, blocking proper circulation to the lungs. If you feel like you can't breathe enough air, it's essential to address it right away, as this lack of oxygen can affect both your brain and your heart. Shortness of breath, particularly if it occurs unexpectedly or during routine activities, is one of the most alarming early signs of heart trouble. If this persists, don't hesitate to see a healthcare provider. Number 2. Insomnia. We all know the frustration of lying awake in bed, tossing and turning, unable to get a good night's sleep. But if insomnia becomes a regular part of your routine, especially if you feel anxious or stressed, it might be linked to heart disease. Anxiety and depression are two mental health conditions known to raise blood pressure, which is a leading contributor to heart attacks. While occasional insomnia is normal, if you're struggling with sleep regularly, it could be a sign that your body is under more stress than you think. Research shows that anxiety and depression can actually worsen heart health, so addressing the root cause of your sleeplessness may also help protect your heart. If you're experiencing prolonged insomnia combined with feelings of anxiety, it might be time to talk to a healthcare professional about both your mental and physical health. Number 1. Stomach pain. Stomach aches are the last thing you expect when thinking about heart health. But believe it or not, they could be a red flag. Abdominal issues like nausea, bloating, and stomach cramps aren't always linked to digestive problems. Sometimes, these symptoms can appear alongside chest pain or weakness, making it hard to distinguish whether it's a simple upset stomach or something more serious. The connection between your stomach and heart is real. When the heart isn't functioning well, it can cause digestive distress. If you're experiencing stomach pain that comes and goes, especially when combined with other symptoms like chest pressure, weakness, or fatigue, it's essential to take it seriously. Though it may feel like heartburn or indigestion, if the pain doesn't go away, it might be time to consult a doctor. Stomach pain as an early warning sign of a heart attack is more common than you might think. So, if your belly is giving you trouble and it's paired with other signs like chest discomfort, don't wait, get checked out. And that wraps up today's video on the early signs your body may give you before a heart attack. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more health tips and vital information. Your heart is your most important organ, so stay informed and take care of it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.